Free energy opening Pandora's box. For most people, their electricity comes to them over these high voltage power lines. The reason it is shipped to us as high voltage is because later the voltage can be lowered. But as high voltage, more can be transported on smaller wires, saving cost. These pole transformers do the job of lowering the voltage. The upper wires are high voltage. The wires coming out and going down are likely 120 volt household current. The 120 volts is called AC, meaning alternating current. It is alternating at 60 times a second, 60 hertz. If this 60 hertz is not carefully maintained, it can damage some appliances like a TV. Pulsing electricity at 60 times a second is dangerous, yet it is in every home. Do you know why? I can think of two reasons. One is that pulsing the current at 60 hertz causes the wire to actually pull in more current from the environment, giving the power company free electricity. Two is that the electric company can make a good profit selling you mid-voltage, slow-traveling electricity. They don't care about your safety, and they don't care about your money. If they cared about your safety, they would pulse electricity at high speed over 2,000 times a second, but that would cost them more money, I guess. This would also cause all of your electric devices to run cooler and last much longer. That would be very bad for people who make electrical devices. They want you to give them lots of money for electricity and electrical devices. Tesla knew this, but they were paying him, so he had to keep them happy. Tesla knew that with a simple device, people could have access to unlimited energy. Tesla also learned that it was the wealthy who controlled what people had and did not have. Look at this simple diagram. This one's a little better. The power coming to the transformer on the left could be 12 volts. A common transformer from a neon lighted open sign or clock would work. L1 and L2 are just matching coils of copper wire around a metal core. A bolt would suffice as a core. C1 is a capacitor. You could make one. You could take one off an old electric device or buy one. They're cheap. Gap number one could just be bolts with wire attached. The rest is wire too, maybe some bowls. With some salvaging, this could be assembled free. Power storage could also be made, even using mason jars as capacitors, which connect like batteries. The point is that these devices are inexpensive to make and do not require great expense nor expertise. It's very likely that some variation on the design will work better for more power generation. Regarding the quantity and quality of the electricity taken from Earth's air, because of its high frequency, it is safer to use and kinder to electrical devices. What may appear as a single flash to a camera may really be many flashes, but the camera cannot catch them individually. Because of its extremely high voltage, that voltage can be transformed to lower voltage and more amperage. You could think of amperage as volume or quantity. It has also been shown that the 60 Hz frequency of household electricity is very unhealthy, creating harmful EMF. We are constantly bombarded with these harmful emissions. Yet the high voltage Tesla spark gap will create ozone, something good for you. A person can be subjected to millions of volts of high frequency electricity without injury. If this current acts with blood electrification, it may even cure virus, bacteria, and fungus-related disease. For more information, see the protocol of Dr. Bob Beck. If this was low-frequency electricity, like that sold to you by the power companies, just one quick touch at this voltage would kill you. Just 1 second of the voltage seen here at power company frequency 60 Hertz would melt this coil. This is power and energy given to us by God. It has taken something very evil to keep this from man. Something more evil than anything man could dream or accomplish. And I was going to tell you about how I put all this knowledge together to understand that our air was kept warm by readily available high frequency, high voltage electricity. This truly happened, take it as you may. My wife asked God to know something no one knew, so important it could help everyone on the earth. Of course, I knew nothing of this request. A few days must have passed. I walked over to a gas station one morning for a coffee. The cashier said something very odd. She said something to the effect that I must be another Einstein. Local people will know about my experiments. That was an unexpected compliment. As I was walking home, I looked up into the sky thinking about Lee Rogers' air fuel, Lloyd Sweet's vacuum diode, and others, and it was all merged. I understood the common denominator. Later that day, I told my wife. She acted very peculiar about it. She asked me, well, how does this help the people of the world? Naturally, I explained that everyone could benefit in a huge way with clean, free, unlimited energy. Then she told me what she had asked God a few days before. My feelings about this were overwhelming. For many years I had searched for this simple understanding. Many will scoff, ridicule, state opinions. I believe, how can I not? Many great minds, 100 times smarter than mine, struggled with this same dilemma. I cannot take credit. I was given gifts from all the great scientists and had my mind opened by the only one who can do that. I did nothing. I discovered nothing. My own efforts produced little or nothing. I only copied what others did before me, what they said or thought. They are the heroes. Where are they? On magazine covers and movies, on TV, famous? No, these places are reserved for servants of this world and its master. Who are your heroes? Who do you watch? Who do you listen to? Who do you talk about?